How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's make sure that we are live in color and can be heard. Let's double check. Let's just make sure. Okay, we're here. We're live. We're in color. Sorry for the mouth sounds. Hi, DJ. Thank you for being here. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Madison Rose. Thanks for being here. I'm going to keep it 100% with you guys. I really didn't want to be here tonight. Like, I'm in a pretty rotten mood. Um I don't know why. I don't really have a legitimate reason why. To be quite frank with you, I don't. Thank you, Madison, for the jewels, the 30 jewels. Thank you for the flowers. Hi, David Pertila Davila. I'm in a bad mood. I'm just thinking about the rest of my October right now and looking at my calendar, and it's just too much going on. It's too much going on. Um, But on the bright side, I am not having to. I've actually had a decent week. I've had a decent week actually. And then combine the fact that I'm not having to run as often because my marathon training is basically done. Like there's no more long runs. The next long run I'm going to have to make is going to be next Sunday. So I'm excited about that. Hey Leah Bobia, welcome back. You're going to shower? Okay. It's just I don't really want to bitch to you guys about why I'm upset actually. Um I just feel and I need to practice what I preach. I read a lot about stoicism and one of the things I try to practice in my life is to not suffer in my imagination. But I think that's what has come over me today is I am suffering in my imagination. Um, I am upset about things that have not really come to fruition yet, and I need to stop doing that. Um, but it's easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. Um, it is what it is. You will find your strength when you face trials. I believe that because of my experiences in life. I've definitely faced some trials in life, and discovered my strength through those trials. Um, prime example, um, prime example, I'll share this personal anecdote with you guys. Personal anecdote coming up. Those that are in the Discord channel, you may have seen this conversation, but David Portillo Davila was actually a part of it. We were in the photo channel of Discord, and I shared a picture of me from when I was 18 years old. And I don't know why I want to share this. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. What's wrong with me? Um, but anyway, I was in the photo channel and I shared this picture of me when I was 18. And I think David remarked upon how skinny I was because I tell you guys this all the time, but I used to weigh 135 pounds. And I think some people don't really believe me when I say that, but like you can see in the pictures when I was 18 that I was gaunt. I was like rail thin and I had experienced some disordered eating back in the day. I was trying to become an amateur model. I did some catwalk when I was younger. I was really into fashion. I still keep up with it on a very small scale, but I used to keep up with all the different fashion shows, and I've walked in a couple of different fashion shows in the Cincinnati area and for different clubs at different schools in the area. And so, anyway, um, it just reminded me of that time that I experienced the trials and tribulations of experiencing disordered eating and having body dysmorphia. Um, I was 135 pounds, and for context, I currently weigh 170 pounds, right? So I know a lot of you guys think I'm like super skinny with a fat ass, and I think I am. I am kind of skinny with a fat ass, but imagine me weighing 20 less pounds. No, no, 30 less pounds than what I am right now. Imagine that for a second. Psycho. And I thought at that weight that I was fat. I know. I was out of my fucking mind, completely unhinged. Baker act me, you know, put me in a mental institution, padded white rooms, throw away the key because that's psychosis, right? That's delusion, literally. And so I say all that to say this. What I discovered through that experience is that I can be really good at um, restricting myself. I can be really disciplined, right? And I know that sounds crazy that this is the lesson that I'm learning from restricting myself from eating food, but um, I have the capacity to be disciplined, and you can channel that in more positive ways. And so that's what I mean by discovering your strength through struggle, right? Sometimes we have these skill sets that can be used for the wrong purposes, or it can be used in toxic ways. And I definitely have a capacity to be disciplined, and I've learned that I can channel that in more positive ways that will actually be a net benefit of me or to me. And so, yeah, that I just wanted to mention that pretty quickly. And thank you to David for bringing it up. I really hate the way I don't want to say I hate the way that I looked when I was younger, but I hate that I put myself through that. And I think the way I look is a reminder of my behavior and my toxic behavior towards myself that upsets me a little bit sometimes. But I have a lot of fun memories from when I was 18, 19, 20. A lot of great memories. I had the best of friends. I'm still friends with the same people from 15 fucking years ago. I have not changed my besties. I have some internet besties here and there, but for the most part, my closest friends are people that I've been friends with for 15 plus fucking years, right? Um anyway, let's read some chat. Hey Michael Jones. Hey Ruless. Blowing banana. Who blowing bananas? Um you security check that picture. Hey Pittman, what's going on? Got the robe tonight, you know me. Pittman loves my robe. Pittman, are you in the Discord channel yet? And if you're not in the Discord channel, why are you not in the Discord channel? What's going on? Do you have COVID yet? I've had COVID a million times. Who gives a fuck? Larry Cottingham. I've had COVID. Listen, I was down in Florida when everybody else was talking about shelter in place, flatten the curve. I was tootsie rolling my ass down to Miami Beach. Had COVID down there, had COVID on the way back. I mean, okay. Like, all right. Um, Hi, MOP. Hey, Kenji. The biggest hurdle is that I'm paleo and my wife is keto. Meal prep is just god awful. Well, you should just be meal prepping separately, no? Honey, my younger years were so fun and I was at my skinniest. I mean, I would actually say, okay, my younger years were very exhilarating, but I feel like my best years have been my 30s. They've been my 30s. Like being with a life partner, being able to build, being able to like really consider myself successful, that's like incredible to me. Um Being able to take care of myself, being able to control myself, and not be at the whims of the world. Like my 30s have been incredible. And I'm really looking forward to the second half of my 30s. I think it's going to become even more incredible of a life that I'm building. But I do wish I could get rid of some of this visceral fat. I would appreciate that, but I'm not really worried about that these days. It's a very low priority for me. She can't cook worth a damn. Mm. I won't send my children to private school no matter how much you try to convince me. Renegade, why? We'll send them to public school. Why do I care where your children go to school? 30s by far have been the most exhilarating. My 20s involved drugs and fighting everyone for no reason. I mean, that sounds like 20s to me. Hi, Froggy. How are you? How's your knee? What is going on? Give us an update on your knee. By the way, tonight's stream is really about asking me your questions about relationships. If you have any questions about relationships, put them in the chat. For those that don't know, I used to host a podcast with my best friend, Lisa, one of my besties from college. And it was all about relationships. We had a whole podcast, like, you know, 30 plus episodes. Like it was a long standing podcast. And she was a therapist at the time. And so she was able to give a lot of peer reviewed clinical research and information to that regard. And then I was kind of like, some comic relief and also a lot of life experience. And I know a lot of people in the world. So I was able to draw from those experiences to give really quality advice. And with us combined, I think it was a really great show. I still get people to this day who want me to restart that podcast, but it's neither here nor there. My 20s have been the roughest years in my life. I hope my 30s will be better. Well, don't hope, ensure that they are. Don't hope, David, ensure that they are. Had some fun times in my younger years, but I agree. Well, I'm 50 now, but the second half has been much more fulfilling. Totally different outlook as you get older and live a little. I agree. And welcome to the chat tonight, Michelle. So far, it's doing pretty good. I just given it some time to heal. Froggy, you've had me like really going through the gigs about your fucking knee injury. I mean, I'm sorry to make your knee injury about me, but I have been going through the gigs. When you first told me that you like dislocated your knee, I was like so traumatized by that. I was so traumatized by you dislocating your knee because of the way it happened. And now every time I do a lunge, like I've only done curtsy lunges. I haven't even done any other type of lunge since you told me about your knee situation. But every time I do a curtsy lunge, I think of you. I think of you. I'm just happy that you're feeling better. Madison Rose is enjoying her late 20s. That's great. The years will teach you what the days will never know. Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. And it's true. And it's true too. I'm 10 times better than I was a decade ago. Have a good night, Julian. Have a good night. That podcast was tea. The podcast was really tea, Froggy. It was actually really, really fucking good. We did numbers too. We were doing numbers. We were becoming a lot more popular. The issue is that Lisa, it was her pet project. It was her baby. And I was more of an ancillary, you know, addition. Right. It wasn't my thing at the time. I was really focused on Twitch. I think it was during my Twitch days. I was really focused on Twitch at the time. And so, you know, I wasn't really pushing for it to be something that was continued in perpetuity. So, and I don't regret that, but I do think that I think we kind of fumbled the bag and let go of something that could have been something even bigger. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the podcast was great. It's definitely a very high quality podcast. So you're a relationship expert. I'm not a relationship expert, but I tend to have great fucking relationships. I just do. And I think it's because I put the work in and I have great boundaries and I have self respect and I treat people the way that I want to be treated. So I tend to have really great fucking relationships, platonic or otherwise. I'm on good terms with all of my significant exes, you know? So I'm not going to call myself a relationship expert, but I know how to maintain relationships. I can tell you that much. Um, Girl, I am traumatized myself. I would never be doing lunges ever again. See, I can't. I love a lunge because the lunges is how my ass is so nice, tight, and thick. Lunges, curtsy lunges specifically, is how I've gotten my ass to be so thick, tight, perky, significant. I can't give up the curtsy lunges. I don't have a relationship advice question, but I do have an update on mine, and we are going through a rough patch right now, and we really speak to each other and haven't seen each other in over a week now. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, David. I'm sorry to hear that. I think now, I don't know how you have felt about the current space between you and your boyfriend, but you might want to take this space to evaluate where you truly are, how you truly feel, and if you truly think that this relationship is going to be a net positive for not only yourself but for him as well in the future. I know it's not easy though. The space is not easy, especially when you are so used to having it and being so close. But I'm so sorry. I hate that for you. Hi FBI. I'm sorry to hear that, David. Though you'd be surprised how common that actually is. Being that you were where you are at, being that you see where you're at, this is the time to just have an honest conversation with each other. I agree. Girl, that's why I've been doing I know, cause the ass is assing with lunges. The ass is assing with lunges. Easy. Some donuts and do Eat some donuts and do reverse leg lifts for a fatter ass. I do curtsy lunges for a fatter ass, and that's been my success. But maybe Frog, you can start doing those instead of lunges. Do you have a boyfriend? I do. Yeah, I do, Shark Zoo. Don't take it really personal. Simply take it for what it is and be okay with that. That might be time to work or time to walk for both of you. That's the reality of it all. That's the reality of it all. Cho, you seen Madoka Magica, right? Well, duh. We had a big discussion about it in the anime. Well, not the anime channel, but the Discord channel. I talked about it in media for a little bit. Hip thrust as well. I don't do hip thrusts. I don't know why, but I feel like they're not effective. I'm only saying that based off of my judgment, my prejudgment of them. I've never really done hip thrust my entire life, but just the way they look, it's like it feels super sexual, and it feels. I mean, Froggy, you may have to look at it. You may have to search for it because I meant this is a long time ago in the media channel. Um, I just feel like hip thrusts are giving very sexual. I don't know. You should bring him on the stream. No, thank you. My partner is the opposite of me. He's not interested in social media. He's an older gentleman, 56. Um, he's very sensitive. He doesn't do well with criticism from strangers. He's very nice. He actually gives a fuck what people think about him. So no, the internet's not a great place for him to be, especially not next to me. Hip thrusts are super good for glutes, but they're super awkward in the gym to do. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. It's been this way because I've stood my ground. If anyone hasn't heard from the last live, I decided to stop trying to make things work when you complain too much. We'll see what happens. Oh, so this is your doing. This is you setting boundaries. This is you setting boundaries. So David, sometimes I mean, I keep it real here. I keep it real here, but you're playing a dangerous game because when you set boundaries and people continue to break them or challenge you on them, what you're doing is you're exposing their lack of respect for you, right? And so this might be the moment that you really can see maybe your third eye is going to really finally open up through this experience. Your third eye is going to open up and you're going to really see the truth of where this relationship is and where it's heading, if anywhere, and how your partner, how your boyfriend really perceives you. So I'm wishing you good luck, but just be prepared for disappointment, right? Because this is tough. This is tough. You guys had a very explosive situation happen with the whole tipping thing. And while I understand where your boyfriend was initially coming from, I think the explosive aftermath has really exposed where there are some pit holes or pitfalls in your relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it really exposed a lot more than just the tipping. Like that fight had nothing. I look back at that fight that you two had about the tipping situation, and it had nothing to do with tipping. The situation had nothing to do with tipping, and everything to do about your communication styles with one another, your respect for one another. Had everything to do with that, and not very much to do with the tipping situation. The tipping situation is a symptom of the deeper issues in your relationship. Do you know what I mean? Right? Like, if so, when I say that, you kind of have to work backwards. If you had better communication styles between the two of you, then he would have not communicated his displeasure about your lack of tipping the way that he did. Do you get what I mean? Had there been a higher level of respect towards one another, then he would not have called you the certain words that he did in response to your response, right? That was really hurtful. So there's a lot of things that the foundation, there are cracks in the foundation. And that's what I mean when I say that the fallout over the tipping situation is just a symptom of a bigger disease in the relationship, right? So you've got to find the cure for some of those issues. And if you don't find a cure, it's just going to continue to rot. And I'm wishing you the best. Stink nasty. Cho tells it like it is. I try to. Um, remember, David, actions are a language. Listen to what he's saying when you set them. You sometimes have to block out the noise of conversation and listen to their actions on both sides. She's spilling tea. She's spilling tea. trust me, it's going to be an eye opening experience. I've told him that if you want this to work, I need him to make an effort. I put my foot down because I'm tired. He's upset with my boundaries. So, okay, I want to just make sure that you are being fair and also communicating effectively. So I'm just asking questions. Have you told him specifically what you mean when you say that you need him to make an effort? What are some examples of what he needs to put better effort into as it relates to your relationship? Because sometimes, we don't do this on purpose, sometimes it's by accident, but like we have these demands of our partner and they're reasonable demands, they're reasonable asks, but then we're not specific, right? We can't expect our partners to read our minds. They're not fucking Jean Grey from the X-Men. They don't have telepathic abilities. They can't read your mind. Sometimes you have to spell things out, you know? So I don't know. Hopefully you've been clear with your expectations and your boundaries so that it doesn't, because when you're clear about your boundaries and your expectations, you pass the ball to the other person, and it then becomes the ball's in their court. It becomes their choice, not yours. It becomes their choice, right? So, I don't know. Ask me questions tonight, guys, all about relationships. If you have any questions about relationships, or you know what, or give your own wisdom. If you don't have any questions about relationships in general, and these can be friendships too, by the way, my podcast was not just about romantic relationships, they were also about friendships. But if you have advice that you would like to share yourself, then please indulge the community and share it now. And only to be fair, it can be difficult if you've changed your boundaries part of the way through the relationship. Well, so yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this because this happens a lot. You get into a relationship and things are the way they are, and you let things slide, and your partner gets used to a certain type of behavior that they're allowed to indulge in. And this is the problem that people have when they don't confront things that make them uncomfortable. When you don't, when you, and this, we talk about this really often on the stream in this community. We talk about being people pleasers. This is where people pleasing comes in, because when you are a people pleaser and you allow people to stomp and cross over your boundaries, when you allow people to make you uncomfortable, when you allow people to get away with behavior that's unacceptable in your eyes, what that does is it builds up resentment from your end. So you're building resentment up against your partner or your friend or whoever, and it gets to the point where it's like it becomes unbearable. And then midway through the game, you want to change the control settings. And it's like, but bitch, we've been playing the game like this 50% of the time, the whole halfway through the game. We've been playing it with these buttons. And now you want to switch up the whole game. That takes a little bit of communication. It takes a little bit of patience because you're now course correcting. And then on top of that, because you've built up the resentment, you're probably also not communicating these changing boundaries in the most healthy way because you're frustrated, right? And you're resentful. Um, so it's a lot. It's complicated and it's messy, and I think it just requires a lot of communication. Pertaining to what you said earlier, I have two good trusted friends, and I've known both of them over 30 years, and that's all I need. It takes a long time to build up trust with someone. I can attest to that. I can definitely attest to that. Um, I, and I say that because it's something I've have personally had trouble with a lot in my life. I have issues trusting people, and not because I've been betrayed so many times or that I've been like hurt. So like I don't have any trauma. I don't have any generational trauma about being, hurt by people. But there have been a couple times that I've been betrayed by a really close friend, and it really hurt my feelings. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Froggy knows this person, Tamra. I'm not gonna say much more about her or who she is, but I had this really good friend of mine, Tamra, who really hurt my feelings and actually spread things about me on the internet. And she's dead now. Listen, God don't play about his. But she said some really hurtful things about me to her very, very large audience. And I was just like, what? Like, I was just so broken up about that. She hurt me and my partner, and I've that's probably listen. Froggy knows. Listen. Froggy knows about Tamara. Listen, telling you, God don't play about his. You come after God's children, and you end up dead, literally. Um, Rest in peace, Tamara. I love her to death. I still love her. Got a lot of love for her. But our friendship ended on a really bad note. Um, so I don't, I do have trust issues with people, and I am very guarded about a lot of my private information and personal history with my family, and just because I have enough self awareness to know that my family and my partner are like my weak points, right? I'm pretty impervious otherwise. Um, But also, I'll say this too about the whole trust issue things. Um, my healthy sense of skepticism has served me well. I can't really say that I have faced any negative consequences from being untrusting of other people. I think I have a healthy sense of skepticism. Um, What's next on Cho's show on the CW? Not the CW. I suck at being genuine with my friends sometimes. I love attention and have qualities of a textbook narcissist. I work well alone than with others. How do I actually be genuine? Well, I think you have to start looking at um, vulnerability being something that can be powerful. It's a powerful tool because sometimes being vulnerable um, can lead to a lot of strength, right? I think when you start to share some of your vulnerabilities with people, you can be built up and you can be made stronger. And sometimes those vulnerabilities cease to exist. So I don't know. I think that's part of it. It's like being genuine opens up the ability to gain companionship, to gain value from others. Um, that's one thing I've learned is that when I'm genuine with other people, I'm able to do better by them. I not only receive more from them in those relationships, but I'm able to give more to them because of that ability to be genuine, right? Does that make sense, Kenji? Hopefully that makes sense. Good question. Good question. I've communicated that I'm tired of the complaining. I was very specific about all the complaints. I've told him I'm not driving to him anymore or taking him out anymore. Need effort. Period. Pam Wood says, don't sweat the little stuff. I agree. I agree. Were you around during the AIDS epidemic? What are your memories? No, I was not. I'm 35 years old. Those hands free mics are so handy. They are very handy. I love them so much, Alexander. You need more robes. I'm going to need your zodiac sign before I subscribe. Capricorn, through and through, January 6th. Fuck Trump and that insurrection, that alleged insurrection. Fuck him for stealing the attention away on January 6th. I'll never forgive him. I'll never forgive him for that. Um, Omar 7 says, I agree, but what is your opinion about 6-7 nonsense? I have no idea what you're talking about. Cursed Immortality Watcher? No. Adar, you're a drunk and an alcoholic. Wishing you well. Are you a Scorpio? No, I'm a Capricorn. Hey, Max Christoph, how are you? Much love and respect from Germany. If I'm allowed to ask, what is this technical device though? I've always asked myself, oh, it's the Rode wireless microphones. I bought them for vlogging. Don't really vlog much anymore, so now I just hold them like a dumb fuck. I hold them, but they're wireless microphones that are really super effective, very high quality. Love them so much. Would definitely recommend to all creators. Hey, sexy. Hey, Yusuf bin Ali. How are you? She's dead. What'd you do? I'm not talking about how she died. I didn't do shit to her, but I'm not gonna talk about how my friend died. But she's dead at the house. She is dead at the. Oh, shit. But she is dead at the house. Um. Hey Ben. Hey Dollar Bomb. Um. Are you a Cancer? I'm a Capricorn. Hey Yusuf. I love the name Yusuf. Do you like Trump? No, I don't like Trump. I voted for him, but I don't like him. I love Cho. He's so sexy. But thank you, Yusuf bin Ali. I love a Middle Eastern man. I love an Arab, honey. I do. Just don't throw me off no balconies. Okay. I love an Arab. Just don't throw me off no balconies. Please. Don't throw me off the top of a building, honey. Um, but no, I don't like Trump, but I voted for the motherfucker. We need more deep and dark subjects on here. Well, ask me deep and dark questions, Catherine. He's a good cook too. I am a good cook, Yusuf. How did you know? Be careful when you join someone else's circus. You could very well end up being a clown. Be a ringleader. Be an acrobat. Don't be a fucking clown. That part. If Karamo can have a show, who's Karamo? Are you a top or bottom? Watch the first live stream of October. The answer's there. Oh my God, the Devil of the Tarot. I'm just kidding. Damn, a little Capricorn. The Devil card's a great card, Catherine. What are you talking about? Everyone has this. I do read tarot, by the way. Um, Everyone has this misconception about the Devil card in the tarot, but the Devil card's a really, really great card. It's about addiction. It's about unchaining yourself from these addictions. It's about the material world and its influence over your life. Um, I think getting the Devil card is a great card to get in the tarot. Specifically, I mean, depending on lots of different circumstances, of course. But I don't view the Devil card as a negative card in tarot. Um, have a good night, Froggy. Love you lots. Can you come and stay at my house for a few days? No. Do you like Charlie Kirk? I don't dislike him. I wouldn't say I like him. Um Check this out. I'm divorced, gay, and somehow ended up in a relationship with a 26-year-old woman. I don't Well, you must not be gay if you're in a relationship with a woman. Maybe you're just bi. It's okay to be bi. The bi erasure has to stop. There's only one thing on a Capricorn's mind. Do you know what it is? I do. Climbing mountains. Because we're goats. We like to climb mountains. It's always in our mind to climb mountains. That's what a Capricorn does. Hey Kyle Last, how much and where do you get them from? Amazon, like 300 bucks. The Rode Wireless, they're great. Why did you not vote for Kamala? Because I think she's very far left. I disagree with her fakery. She is a liar. She's not qualified. I thought she did a terrible job as vice president. She is representative of every career politician in Washington. And I don't think we need more of that. Cho's most definitely not a Cancer. Every Cancer I've come across has been pussy. Arabs are so manly, but they can be rough. Well, how do you know, Catherine? How do you know? Bend that ass over, boy. What's your OnlyFans, babe? I'll tell you for a $20 super chat. I'll DM it to you. I saw you cooking though. I forgot what you were making last time. My memory failed me. It was so good. Well, I do love to cook, Yusuf. I love to cook. Karamos on YouTube. Oh, he was in the real world? Okay. Devil signifies sin or how cards are played a way out from something bad. Well, the devil doesn't signify sin in tarot cards, Kenji. Not at all. There's no such thing as sin in the tarot, really. That's not how tarot works. Um, Cho, this week has been hard for me, not only having my relationship problem, but also me having issues with my mom and quitting my job last night. Oh my God, David. You should you should message me when this stuff is going on. I'm so sorry to hear this. You've got a lot going on. You've got a lot going on. You need to reach out to your community. Where are your friends? Take a deep breath, David. Stop what you're doing right now. Stop. Two more. Take a deep breath, David Portula Davila. We care about you here in this community and we want the best for you. I think right now you've got a lot going on. The energy is at an all-time high and it's feeling very polar. I would not make too many drastic decisions right now. Um, I don't know what happened with the job, but hopefully you have something else lined up. Because the last thing you need right now while having issues with your mom and your boyfriend is financial issues. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's work on one thing at a time. Catherine, I'm single. I'm also 25. Hi, Mew. Please wish your opinion and ask any question, but please don't spam. Arab meat is the best. Catherine, I don't know about that. I mean, I love all meat, but I do love Arabs. I love an Arab though. Can you link your OnlyFans? You need to get super chat me, honey. $20 super chat minimum. Minimum. Are we still talking about relationships? Yeah, of course, Husky. We're still talking about whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about it. Ask a question. Welcome, Husky. How are you tonight? Have you been with a cancer? I don't know. I don't keep track of that really. I'm yearning for a good session. Oh my god. Sally, I don't swing that way, but trust if I did, it will be you. Well, that's such a beautiful compliment, Yusuf bin Ali. Thank you so much. Um, I was going to discuss it with you guys on Discord, but I wasn't sure if you guys want to hear that negative stuff. I just feel chaotic at the moment, but I know I'll get through. Well, David, you're always welcome to share your life with us on the Discord channel, but you're also welcome to just DM me privately, right? I'm sorry that you're going through this, but yeah, it feels like your life is chaos right now, but don't add to the chaos. Don't add to the chaos. And Kenji, you need to respond to my Discord messages. I know you have like 8,000 fucking accounts because you keep getting banned on Discord, but respond to my Discord messages, please. Um, I feel so bad, David. I'm so sorry. What is your subscriber goal by what month? Girl, that's a good question. I just become, you know what? I actually don't have a goal. And you know what? I really should have a goal. I should have a fucking goal. What the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know. Oh my god, I do owe Leah Bobia a poll. Are you on here looking for for a zaddy? Well, that depends on if you're a zaddy or not, Greg and Gail. That depends entirely upon you. Because maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Let's start the poll. Do you support Israel? No, I don't support Israel. Okay. So, is Leah the reason for all my rants, mini rants, and sub rants? Vote in the poll. Is Leah Bobia the reason for all of my rants, mini rants, sub rants, mini sub rants, and sub rants? Yes or no? I need a goal. I need a subscriber goal. Is getting 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month too unrealistic? Is that unrealistic of me to say? I don't know. But I want 5,000 by the end of October, and I'm about to work my ass off. I'm about to work my ass off to achieve that. Um, Quitting my job was kind of impulsive. It was not the smartest move, but I wasn't getting paid my worth, so I left. I was basically working as a nurse, but without the pay or the title. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that, David. Hopefully, you can line something up quickly. The bun has also squeaky clean, DJ. Isn't JS a fanboy of Move to Japan live stream? I have no. What is that about? I don't know what that is. Listened to the live with you and Leah last night. Loved it. Thought it was honest, open, and beautiful. Well, thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. And you should thank Leah because she was the brainchild of that stream. So, yeah, that's too modest. 5,000 by the end of this month. I've only got like 15 days left. Hola, tío, ¿cuándo vienes el 4? Hi, uncle. When? I don't know what vienes. ¿Cómo se dice vienes en inglés? Lo siento, pero mi español es muy malo. Practicar más. Yo necesito practicar más. Pero ahora mi español es muy malo. Para ahora. Um, what work will make 5,000? I think consistency. So, um, I have to start editing my own videos again. Well, okay. I'll just say this. Cypher will unfortunately not be editing my videos right now. Um, and I don't know exactly why. But I think he's got some stuff going on, and I'm just gonna leave it there. And we all need to just send our support to Cypher. We love Cypher. He is so funny. He is so talented. And I just want to send a special shout out to Cypher for being the genius that he is. However, I have to start editing my own videos again. And I think I'm just going to start doing what I originally wanted to do. It's just putting out stream highlights. So it's not gonna be the fancy schmancy editing that Cypher was doing, but it's just gonna be bite-sized pieces of what you see in the live streams. And before I started this stream, I was working, I was working my ass off actually, getting timestamps, downloading the video, having to cut. It's so fucking time consuming, guys. Like you guys don't understand how time consuming this shit is, but it's so time consuming. Um, anyway, um, I'm hoping to get a lot of videos out, a lot of shorts out, and they're going to be quality, but they're going to be a good amount of quantity as well. And I think that's gonna help me a lot. I think to up the subscriber base and the engagement. So don't set goals, set achievable and realistic tasks. Let's go 6K by November 1. Thanks. Oh, okay. Period. I did not vote yet. Well, let me make sure that I vote. Yes. The fuck? Is Discord pinned? Discord is pinned, DJ, yes. What state am I from? I'm from the great state of Ohio, Yusuf. What about you? If you post shorts every day of the best content, you could get to 6K. Yeah, you're probably right. But I have a job, I have a man, and it's shit's going on. I'll be fine with the finances. I've saved for the past year, so I'll be fine for a couple of months. I'll just have to budget a little more than usual. But I've been in this position before, not worried. But that's good. This is why you save money. This is why you have an emergency fund so that you can withstand decisions like this. It's called fuck you money, right? You can do it if you are here every day and people be liking the lives, you can get to 10K by your birthday. With that being said, have all you cunts in the live stream tonight liked the live yet? Have you all liked the live yet? Uh-oh, dishing the tea now. Well, I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say what I said about Cypher. He can't do the editing right now. It seemed pretty sudden. I think he's going through some stuff. He's got to rearrange some shit in his life. I don't know, but I don't want to speculate too much here in publicly. We love Cypher. Um, Engage with the community you want to reach, and you will get more views. I think. Oh, Cypher, I'll pray. Whatever else you. Um, Cypher has run off with Anthony to make Angry Babies. Listen, that's probably true. Listen, that's probably the real tea. Cypher is having an affair, a love affair with Anthony Del Marco. Hey Aud. Oh, hey Aud, what's going on? How are you? But is it worth it? Is what worth it? Aud is a long time viewer here, and we love Aud. Very, very long time viewer. Love you so much. Um, Hi Rock Eater. Hey Autis. Yep, you are busy. I get it, but if you repost highlights of this live stream though, could help the Chan Chan. Well, no, I know. Yeah, no, you're totally right. You're not wrong, Catherine. You're not wrong. What I'm saying is, it's difficult for me in my position. This is not like an easy thing to do. Um, um, I was gonna recommend a friend which swings that way. He is so hygienic and handsome, cute too. That caramel. Shame you are taken. Ugh, I know. It's tough out here for y'all, aren't? It's tough out here for y'all, considering that I'm taken, isn't it? It's tough. I love this caramel skin, right, Yusuf? I love my skin complexion. I love it so much. Um, Make sure to like the live stream, y'all. Cho, is the live stream still monetized? Well, I don't know. I never know until like a day or two later. Thanks for being here, Aud. I really appreciate you. I haven't seen you in a live stream before. They said Epstein blew Kirk's back out in the island. Oh, you ain't shit for that. Probably going to do a career change and probably just get a part-time job until I figure shit out. Fair enough, David. Well, I'm wishing you the best of luck. I know that you're resilient, you're resourceful, and you are intelligent. So I know that you will find your way regardless. Posting every day. I mean, I just gotta like put the time in. I've got to make sacrifices in other parts of my life in order to be able to post every day. That's the fact. People that post more get the most. You're. It's the truth. I'm not arguing with you, babe. Um, 3 streams in a row. I'm so proud of myself. Thank you, Lainey, for being here. Hey, Bobby Lee. At this point, I'm about to start doing porn or selling drugs or get me a sugar daddy. I need money and I'm tired of working. Well, listen, if you're gonna do the sex work, only do it for a limited amount of time. You know how I feel about sex work. You know I'm a slut shamer. We've had this discussion on Discord, David. You know when I say that, right? Only do the sex work for a limited amount of time. Get in and get out. Get the money and get out of it. Um, it sounds like you've set yourself up to allow the chaos to pass and to work your way through the noise until you can make a sound decision for yourself, David. I agree. I love you, Bobby Lee. We all born caramelized in here. I had to create a channel in order to comment. Oh, well, Autumn, thank you so much for going the extra mile to support me here on YouTube. I've got so many videos that you would probably love to watch. Go watch some of my older videos, comment on those older videos. By the way, guys, there is so much content on my YouTube channel that just never blew up. But there's like, if you're into beauty, if you're into skincare, go back and watch some of my older investigative reporting on the skincare community. I call out so many like influencers and skincare brands that you probably know about that you probably should not be using. Um, Go watch some of those older videos. They're pretty fucking fantastic to be honest with you. Um, but couldn't one tell on the studio while it's still going on, Chuck? What are you talking about? Long time lurker here. I love this channel so much. Your voice is so relaxing and it helps me to drop dookies in my bubble bath right now. I'm so happy to hear that, nobody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a long time lurker. Um, there is this frugal guy that is modeling for doctors in crime scenes, $50 an hour. Y'all look into it. What? Modeling for doctors in crime scenes? Do you know him? Do I know who? Thank you, Aud. Yeah, my videos are great. Like my videos, my content, even though my content has not been like super popular, I do think that it is objectively decent content. What headphones? Um, these are the Steel Series Arctis Nova Pro wireless. I just got them maybe a couple months ago. I love them so much. They've been a game changer in terms of playing Valorant. Any game where you hear footsteps, it's going to definitely give you a competitive edge, 100%. It gives you so much control over the audio settings. If you're like a pro audio guy, then it's something that you're really going to love and get a lot of value from. Even if you're a casual, such as myself, it's great for using around the house. It's great for YouTube. It's great for music. Like it's just a really um, multifaceted product that works for a lot of different things. I would not use them for working out, but for other lifestyle choices, it's definitely great. Sorry for trying to Riz K in here. I want your blessings. You got my blessings, Yusuf. You always compliment me so well and talk about how sexy my skin is, so I'll let it slide. You can Riz her up if you want. Frugal Freak, never heard of him. Not Michelle can create crime scenes, not that. Do you want to post lives every day? I mean, maybe I've thought about that. I've definitely thought about that. Um, I thought about that. Do you think it's better to be Canadian or a USA citizen in 2025? I don't know. I don't know what it means to be Canadian. I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't know. I love being a USA citizen though. There's a problem with their lives though, and your likes. You deserve more attention. Maybe if you stand up and do a 360 and show off my ass. I do show off my ass sometimes. Sometimes my ass, like when I get up to go somewhere, you know, not intentionally, but it just happens. It's there. You know what I mean? Like my ass is there. I'm not hiding it. Oh, they'd be consistent. They'd be at 11. They'd be 11 p.m. They'd be at 11 p.m. David. They wouldn't be any other time. Babe crime scenes. Hashtag babe crime scenes. I mean, guys, I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts right now. The whole idea of editing content again. I'm still training for my marathon. There's just so much shit going on right now. I mean, luckily the marathon, the training's essentially over. Like I'm not having to run every day. I'm not like super exhausted every day. So more time is opening up, right? Um, I don't know. I feel like they all get to 1K views if they stand up. It's weird. Really? I love nuggies. Like smaller streams? Yeah, maybe. Yusuf, you need to follow me on Instagram. What are you talking about? Everyone go follow me on Instagram. Boom. Everyone go follow me on Instagram. It's a fun time. Um, but also like DJ says, join the Discord channel. You guys can chat on Discord, chat in my community. You can flirt and try to woo Catherine in the beauty channel. It's the same thing, David Pertula Davila, just that underscore Cho. It's wild though. I say some crazy shit. Be prepared. Be prepared. How's my poll doing? I want to know how many of these hoes ain't loyal. Wait a minute. Is Leah the reason for all my rants, mini rants, and sub rants? Only 65% say yes. That is way closer than it needs to be, y'all. That is way closer than it needs to be. That's why I want to see it. Yeah, so yeah, my Instagram and Twitter are the same thing. It's just that underscore Cho. I cannot tell a lie. I voted yes in the poll. You voted correctly. Bobby voted yes. You voted correctly. We know the real ones. We know the real ones. I believe that difference between USA and Canada is same as between free and paid versions of software. USA's paid version of software. David does start some of the listen. No, David's right. So Leah gets me started most of the time, but David's right behind her. David is right behind her. I'm telling you. I appreciate that, Catherine. That's so generous of you and so kind of you to say. I really, really appreciate that. Not a Skype. Yusuf, who's using Skype these days? Are the girls still using Skype these days? Now, come on, Yusuf. Yusuf, what is going on? Not Skype. Wait, not Skype. That was wild. That was a wild one. Wait a minute. Oh my god, that was funny, bitch. That was funny. Not now. Listen, Catherine. Now I'm gonna be careful, girl, because Yusuf told us he was 25. He might be a catfish. Make sure that when he slides into your DMs that you ask him to video chat, and make sure you do some signals like put put two fingers up behind your head, like make him do some shit so you know it's not AI generated, right? Because bitch, he's probably 75 years old at least, at the youngest. Talking about Skype. Now, come on now. Um, Paulina Pater came out of lurking to say Skype is not longer in service. Girl. Hey, Paulina, what's going on, Paulina? Um, Remember, when I'm always ready for the meat and potatoes, the main course. When Leah isn't here, I bring up shit to stir the pot. He and does, and you do it very well, David. Very well. When he slides into your DMs like my boyfriend slides his, I'm sure he got 5 luxury cars and just got back from Dubai too. I wish you listen, Yusuf. You can fly me out to Dubai, but I won't do none of that nasty stuff that some of the Arab men want the girls to do. I'm not freaky like that. I'm not freaky like that. I'm not doing all the um all the weird shit. But I do want to get flew out to Dubai. I would love to get flew out to Dubai. I would. I might do a few things, but none of that freaky stuff. None of that freaky stuff. Cho, I'm 40, but people say I look way. You do look way younger, MOP. I can confirm you do look younger. Michelle says I'm 30 with 20 years of experience. That's funny. Not Leah being 30 for the fourth year in a row. Y'all are funny. That is funny. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's stir the pot, Leah. Let's start with Candace Owens. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I forgot about that whole thing with Candace Owens. Tomorrow night we're gonna talk about Candace Owens. Tomorrow night. We're gonna talk about Candace Owens tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is gonna be the night that you fucking cunts apologize to Candace Owens. You need to apologize to Candace Owens. Because yes, she is crazy. Yes, she is obsessive. Yes, she's like a dog with a bone that won't let it go. Yes, she's all of the above. But what you can't call her is bad at research. What you can't call her is bad at investigative journalism. You can't call her those things. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow because I don't have the capacity tonight because that's going to be a 40-minute rant talking about that, and that needs to be something we talk about. We need to dedicate a stream to that tomorrow. The stream title is going to be called "You Owe Candace Owens an Apology." That's the stream title. You owe Candace Owens an apology because you do, because she was right when she exposed those text messages that Charlie Kirk sent regarding his disavowal of Israel and how he was turning his back on Israel. And y'all called her crazy. Y'all called her anti Semitic. Y'all called her a conspiracy theorist. Y'all called her a liar. Y'all called her a cunt. Y'all called her everything but a child of God. And the cunt was right. She was right. She was 100% right. We'll get into it tomorrow. See David and got me started. David and got me started. Oh, see, this is this is a plot that David set up. This is a plot. We'll get into the details tomorrow. We'll read the text messages. We'll do all that stuff. But yeah, don't get me started. Um, my relationship question is: how do you know when you're ready to get back into a relationship after a toxic one? Oh, that's easy. That's easy. When you stop assuming that every future relationship is going to be like the old one. When you stop feeling like you have to protect yourself in an obsessive way against the negative behaviors that you experienced in your last relationship. When you realize that like not every girl is gonna behave like your ex girlfriend, right? that's when you're ready to get back into a relationship. You know, good luck, Pixie. I know it's been tough on you. I know it's been really tough on you, Pixie, and I'm wishing you all the luck with getting back out there. You deserve a nice, young, pretty girl to have children with that you can protect, provide for, and live the American dream with. And you deserve that. But it's going to take you putting yourself back out there and putting yourself back in a position to be vulnerable. I mean, listen, that's the fucking truth. Anytime you enter in a relationship in a genuine way, in an authentic way, that requires you to take a risk with your heart, right? And so you're gonna have to be prepared to do that again. And if you're not ready to risk your vulnerability, then you're not ready to get back into a relationship, right? You have to accept the fact that every time you attempt a relationship, it's a risk. It's a major risk. It's a major decision. But I believe in you, Pixie. I know that you're a good guy and you are a hard worker and you have a lot to offer a woman. So I know that you'll find a good one. I can't with her. She leaked messages, they denied and then admitted, and now she's spilling FBIT. What's listen. Candace is on fire, y'all. I wish I'm that rich. No, sadly, I would if I were though. I had chili on Thursday. Wait, hold up. What happened with the Candace? We'll talk about tomorrow. Leave Candace alone. That should be the title too. Leave Brittany alone. Um, there you go. Told you I would stir the pot if Leah won't, and you did. Um, oh my God, Yusuf joined the Discord. Thank you so much for joining. We can talk every single day now. I am maximum strag. Granted, femboys may have like a 7.3% chance. Well, sometimes you can get trapped too. Even the straggiest strags get trapped sometimes. It happens to the best of you guys. It happens. But you gotta be passing though. Don't get me started on that. Passing, the whole passing situation. Listen, the girls that are not passing, you got work to do. And I mean that. On the last dragon, it's true. um I'm not gonna lie, I'd make men cry if I had to be out there in this day and age. They can't even take red pen on their homework, let alone someone that don't play these reindeer games of today. True. Thank you, Allah, for the jewels. Thank you so much. Listen, ass is ass, thighs are thighs, so there is a chance, small chance, but chance. Well, listen, but all ass is not good to be with for 30 years. All thighs are not great at having children with, right? I don't want you to get into the habit, which sometimes can happen after a failed relationship where there was a lot of toxicity. I don't want you to get into a habit of just fucking anything with two legs, right? I want you to remain um, committed to practicing um, commitment to people and relationships. Because I think that's a healthier goal to have. Um, you need to pass in order to be accepted. That part. That part. Oh, you're Frenchy, Catherine. I love the French. We don't accept Catherine. I will revolt for you. Oh, I meant with Thims having a chance. That's more of a joke, but fair enough. Oh, sorry. Yeah. What ass? I mean, yeah, but that part you are right. Ass, thighs are thighs. You know, you're not wrong about that. Just because them legs fall open don't mean you gotta jump in it. I know that's right. Hi, Harvey. What's going on, Harvey? Nazi mods. Okay. We all can have opinions, honey, I guess. If you think my mods are Nazis, then sure. Call them what you want to call them, honey. It's almost been a year and a half since I just between thighs. We are also sweet, wonderful people, and we will use our energy to make Joe rise. Oh, Catherine, that's so sweet. I'm gonna put in an even larger effort than I have been recently, guys. I am. Not gonna lie, there are some femme and trans which are so cute and then normal women, so be you and you might find the one. If I'm a Nazi, does that mean I get a BMW? Maybe you so. Only Nazis drive BMWs. We drive BMWs in this household. BMWs and Jeeps. That's all we drive. Um, hey, just Dave. What's going on, Dave? Alastor, you love my glasses. Well, I love you. Thank you so much. I was actually born in Germany. So you're a Nazi. Because you're my mod, apparently, according to Harvey. The mods are Nazis. You drive a Porsche. If I'm dating a busy man and he's like busy, 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 like text me once a week because of how busy he is, but when he loves back, loves me super deeply, not love bombs, but just loves good, red flag or not, I need more context. I need more context because I think one text a week is a bit ridiculous. I think it's a bit ridiculous. I don't think that means he's not interested. I do think that means that he's not prioritizing. That being said, it doesn't mean that he's sleeping around with other women. It doesn't mean that he doesn't like you. It just means that he's prioritizing his work to an extreme. And I think you do have to take people at face value and develop that trust. Um, I don't know what you exactly mean, Izzy, when you say that he loves you back super deeply. What does that mean to you? That he loves you back super deeply. You drive a Benz, Yusuf? Of course you do. Your name is Yusuf. I feel like I know two other Yusufs, and they both drive Mercedes. Isn't that so funny? You're the third. That's so funny. You're a Nazi? Yes, Man's Dragon, apparently, yes. The mods are Nazis, according to one viewer. I love Mercedes, but I had a fight with a white Audi owner tonight. Oh my god, not that. This is the most mellow stream I've stumbled upon. The rest have been chaotic. Well, we get chaotic sometimes, Alistair, but tonight's a very mellow night. I think because my energy's a little bit. I've had a. I haven't had a rough day. I should stop saying that. I've just had a particularly not positive mood. I wouldn't say it's been a very negative mood, but it has not been very positive. Um, and so I'm just kind of like trying to remain calm, find my peace, and just be calm, cool, collected tonight. But sometimes we get chaotic. Sometimes. Subscribe for more, Alistair. Join the Discord channel. We have a good time. Out of all the German brands, Porsche is the best because of some fucking how those flat six are the most reliable. Audi driver have become the new Toyota drivers. Oh my god, DJ, I looked into Audis. I didn't like them. I don't know why. I didn't get a good and I didn't look that deeply because I just didn't get a good first impression. And if I don't get a good first impression, I'm gonna just stop looking. So I stopped looking. I looked like once. I looked at two cars and I was just like, okay. I hate Audis, bro. Who the fuck are you acting like you are? It's not a Mercedes, just a dumb ass Audi. When you gonna fix that yee yee ass haircut? What's a Dominic Giordano? Giordano? Are you Italian? Giordano. I love that name. Any turbo BMW has coolant issues out the lot. Audi can't figure out how to create durable interiors, and their motors burn oil like crazy. Mercedes haven't made a car with actually reliable turbos. No, not one text a week. Like he texted me on Sunday and we talked all day and haven't talked since. I've known him a year. On the 15th, I trust him. We haven't had any like issues or anything. So, what are you guys? Are you dating? Are you exclusive? Is it long distance? Is he nearby? I have questions. I need further context. Oh, thank you so much, Alistair. I really appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Your benevolence knows no bounds. Thank you for the sub. Be sure to like the live while you're here. Our Discord does have a car channel for all you straggots. For all you straggots, we have a car channel. You can talk your straggot shit all night long. He does brand deals and travels a lot for business. He goes to like other countries and states. Oh, so it's kind of long distance. Okay, fair enough. Well, okay, so here is something that I feel like women do this a lot. And it's so funny because I was doing this earlier and I already talked about this in this live stream. But I feel like women sometimes make up problems in their heads to be concerned about. You know what I mean? If you feel comfortable, so you've already told me that you trust him. You haven't had any issues or anything. So what exactly is the problem? What are your reservations? What would you like to improve about the relationship? What are you guys right now? Do you guys have a commitment towards each other? Cho is just on a downward feeling. Let's all try to cheer him up. I'm pretty sure we're all going through stuff. Everyone needs to know you're doing great and take life one day at a time. That's true. Very true. Catherine, you are missing out on Discord. We have a lot of fun on Discord. We have a lot of fun on Discord. Oh, you're dating. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you, Ruby Plays. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. For the jewels. Thank you for the jewels, Ruby Plays. Appreciate them. Um, Dominic, you are Italian. I love your last name. Like shit, people who drive Mercedes don't realize most of their parts are made in Taiwan with very low quality. Turbos have weak bearings. They've never made a good AWD system. Honestly, Mercedes worse. Smash. Next question. Most stolen car too? No, that's got to be Kia, honey. That's Kia. Hey, Messiah. That's facts, Joe. We really catastrophize. We sit around and worry about the worst case scenario. I'm just a needy girl. Like I need to constantly be talking to him, so I'll text him a lot while he's gone. And I don't know if he gets annoyed, but that because he'll come back to like 70 texts, but doesn't say he's mad. Well, stop doing that, Izzy. You're not a needy girl. You're a needy girl because that's the way you want to be. You actually don't need to have that much attention. You need some hobbies. You need some hobbies and you need some healthy outlets that doesn't involve your boyfriend, right? Um, because if you trust him, um, Do you know what I mean? Like, then there's no need to like bombard him with 70 texts, right? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want him to, we talked about this earlier, we don't want him to build up resentment for things that he's allowing you to do right now that might be annoying, right? It might be a little bit annoying to come look at your phone and there's 70 text messages from your girlfriend, right? But there's also a little bit of a back and forth here. I think that maybe he could put in a little bit of effort to text you more often, and you could put in a little bit more effort into not texting him as much, right? Like I just ranted about this the other day. Like I rarely talk on the phone with people. I just okay. I last stream. I rarely talk on the phone with bitches, right? I never answer my phone. That's my toxic trait is that I never answer my phone. Like I never answer the phone first. I have to always call someone back. It's a control issue. It's like I'm not gonna let you like interrupt my peace or interrupt what I was fucking doing. No, I'll call you. I'll set up a time. But like, there's not that much to fucking talk about. I barely want to talk to my boyfriend every day. Let alone do I want to talk to my friends every day. Let alone do I want to talk to my family every day. I don't get that. Maybe it's a man thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's a man thing. Maybe women are just different. But there's not that much to talk about. I really don't care what you ate for lunch today. I mean, full stop. I really don't care what you're eating for lunch. I don't care what is really going on. I need the cliff notes. You know, nothing major is happening on the day to day, right? And I don't have to communicate about that stuff. But I'm not a very emotional person either. So, like, maybe that's why. I don't know. Ruby, thank you so much. I really appreciate your generosity, your benevolence, no snow bounds. Oh, David, thank you for the thumbs up and the jewel. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Dominic Giordano. Gio, Giord, Giordano. Giordano. It's Giordano. Dominic Giordano. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. This is halfway venting about cars, halfway chill venting. I'd love a Prius just to beat her, like 500 Prius to just bang around in and scrape up assholes. I'm more into sports bikes, not gonna lie. Cars are slow and boring. I love speed and adrenaline. Running away from the cops, living freedom. Well, you keep doing that, you may be locked up. Um, Cho never does answer the phone. I still remember when this bitch denied my call when I was shouting audio. I apologize, Pixie. You'll never forgive me. This is the thing. When a man wants to, he'll text you often. If he's not, and you're not okay with it, you need to ask yourself if you're looking at your relationship differently than he is. Why won't my boyfriend give me dick? I don't know. Do you deserve it? What's the purpose of the Jews? You mean jewels? um, I don't know. Oh, jewels. Yeah, okay. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to answer that here. Um, oh my god. Sorry. Oh my god. That was so David. That was so funny. Stop. Okay, stop. Um, I guess us getting called Nazi wasn't so far off. You know what, bro? Who said that? Cause Verena, the YouTuber, traumatized me to get on a bike. Not a hungry Scorpio. Guys, it's been 94 minutes. I have to greet people at church tomorrow morning. So we're going to end tonight's stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll be live again tomorrow night. We'll be ranting about Candace Owens tomorrow night. So there's that. Thanks for being here. We had a really fun, calm stream. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe if you have not subscribed, join the Discord channel. We have a lot of fun there. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Shout out to David, DJ, Leah, Catherine, Yusuf, Michelle. Island Girl's been lurking. I love you, Island Girl. Pixie, shout out to Pixie. Shout out to everyone that chatted. And yeah, I'll chat with you guys soon on Discord. Bye.